Disclaimer. Now, the opinions you're going to hear are totally our own and not those of the awesome companies we work for. Now, if you want to hear hearsay or inside information or outright speculation, go search the interwebs. But if you want to hear totally awesome stuff, listen. This is KAPOWcast.
KAPOWcast!
Hey everybody, welcome to KAPOWcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Terrone.
And I'm Nick.
And this is KAPOWcast, the very first episode. What is KAPOWcast, you ask? Well, we'll tell you.
Ask me.
Hey, Terrone, what is KAPOWcast?
Oh my gosh, it's about three people who are very excited about movies, television, action figures, comic books, video games, science fiction, time travel. Anything else am I missing?
Horror.
Psychic phenomena.
Psychic phenomena.
Yeah.
We could do like a whole In Search of thing.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Nova. That's what science.
That guy's kind of boring. It's like serious.
I mean, it's brilliant. Nova's brilliant. But
Like the new Nova. I mean, Leonard Nimoy when he did Nova.
no, that was In Search of.
Oh, it's that
That
one.
was in search of it.
It was
Bigfoot.
Carl Sagan did Cosmos.
Yeah.
100
Yeah, I want the good one.
The good one.
Yeah.
Cosmos, not Cosmos.
Anyway, so we thought we would start our little podcast with talking about things we love, and that's why we wanted to do this. We met each other a couple years ago.
Yeah, in Juvie.
In where?
In Juvie?
In Juvie.
You're like 40.
Yeah. Are you 40?
Yeah,
Something.
Yeah, 44.
You're 44?
Yeah, double digits.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm 47, and you're
45.
Wow. So as you can see, we're in our mid to late 40s, and we're kids, guys that are still kids that never grew up, and luckily I have a space like this where I collect toys and things that are important to me, and I love movies.
What would you call this?
This is the Fortress of well, you've heard of Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
This is the Fortress of Roddy.
The Danger Room?
Roddy too.
Danger Room. It could be the Danger Room, although you keep moving around and breaking stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So stop moving so much.
What does your family call this?
The embarrassment. This is the embarrassment to the family. The doors close.
This is what I would like to have. So which is good. I'd like to have your embarrassment.
Oh, well.
It's good because that way, if he needs to give me any gifts, he can just take them off.
As the piles build up, we get them for like birthdays and
It's like
Christmas.
our own loot crate.
I'm looking forward to some of these piles later in the year.
When you get doubles.
It's not.
You
really,
get doubles.
that's not
I
true.
want.
So
some
anyway,
doubles.
let's talk a little bit about KAPOWcast. This is our first episode.
Yeah.
And we thought, why not do an episode on something we really truly love?
Yeah.
And that's Ghostbusters.
Who are you gonna call?
As you
Are
can
you
see,
wearing it? Are you wearing the
Yeah,
outfit?
he's
We were all
wearing
supposed to wear it. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for dressing up.
I don't
And,
remember us supposed to be wearing it.
Special
Did you,
thanks to the people at Publix that saw this.
Quick question: did you drive over in that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you went to Publix in that?
Of course.
That
Okay.
actually is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Why didn't you record that? Because that's what I want to see.
It's like, do you guys have any ghost repellent? I'm gonna need some batteries for my.
And you're married. I'm surprised.
So, back to Ghostbusters.
Yeah, 30 years.
30 years ago, Ghostbusters opened, so we thought we would talk about that film and what it's meant to us, and then also the fact we want to talk about all the great merchandise that's out there.
Yeah. New movie
There's a
coming
new
in?
movie coming out that's all-female reboot
All
of
girls.
Ghostbusters. We'll talk a little bit
right.
about that and
I
how
can't
we
wait
feel.
till people ask me what girl I am.
Much like high
I can
school.
tell you.
And then, there'll be some other surprises and things like that. So let's just launch right into it. So
Yep.
Ghostbusters, so wait, you're 44, so you were... It opened 30 years ago, not 40 years.
30.
14. You're
So
like
it's 14.
Oh, I said 40.
14.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd
So
do
you were
for-
14?
Yeah, probably.
Do you remember seeing it?
Yeah.
Well, tell us about it. What was it
I
like?
can't actually remember what theater I saw it in, but I mostly remember like the library scene, Bill Murray getting slimed,
Sure.
and then subsequent viewings as I got older, like then watching it over and over again. But I don't remember my first viewing like super clearly, just knowing that it was fun and funny. The guys from Saturday Night Live, some of them, and that they were doing this like crazy ghost movie.
And they had a great song, because I remember that. That was a big hit on like the MTV.
And then how long, much longer
That song.
was the bad cartoon of it? Like the real Ghostbusters. Is that at the same time?
No, that was about a year later, and they named it The Real Ghostbusters, which we can talk a little bit about. But let's go back. Nick, you said you remember more than the movie. You remember the song. That was something.
Yeah, Ray Parker. They had a music video on MTV, and it running down the street, and Ray Parker, and the whole deal.
Right, and if you don't know, there was a little bit of shenanigans with that song. Apparently, Huey Lewis sued Ray Parker Jr. because he thought it was the same musical kind of riff before the days of mashups. I Want a New Drug.
Oh.
And if you listen to it, it is.
They sound the same?
Yeah. But the thing is, the video, I remember that video too on MTV. It was really great because it had footage from the movie, but it also had all these other celebrities that would just pop in and say, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters. It was a lot of fun.
That was cool.
When did MTV start? So how close after MTV started?
MTV started in 81.
Yeah.
So it was in its heyday.
Several years.
Yeah.
It was mid 84.
MTV still had videos.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and what's funny is if you think about 84, that was a great summer because you had Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You had Ghostbusters. You had Gremlins. You had Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. So all of those films were within a weekend of each other. So it was a great time to go to the movies. I actually remember going to see Ghostbusters along that time and kind of. I was a little bit older than these guys, so I was up on reading magazines about.
You were in the same grade though, right? Because you stayed back.
Yeah.
That's nice. There were magazines like Fantastic Films and Starlog, and
Starlog.
So you would read these articles, and I was a big reader as far as they didn't have internet back then. I always say this to people: it's like you couldn't just look and see a photo from Ghostbusters online. You had to buy a magazine, and you
couldn't look it up on your Tandy 64.
You
it was a Commodore.
Commodore.
VIC-20,
Yeah,
and the graphics
CompuServe,
were crap.
Delphi. Go onto your local BBS and
That's right.
on your.
It's all Latin to me. I have no idea what you're talking. Was that in '84?
Yeah.
84.
Anyway,
I get my.
The Big
guess
Apple ad was 84 too. 1984.
Oh yeah, George
Yeah.
Orwell.
Yeah,
He got
yeah.
in a lot of trouble for that. Not George Orwell, Steve Jobs. Wasn't that like the
big one,
unmaking of his moment for Apple first?
Yep, the Macintosh launch.
Oh yeah. So so I saw Ghostbusters. I kind of knew what it was going to be about, and I love horror and I love comedy and I love those guys from SNL and Bill Murray by that time was kind of a really big star. He'd done he did Caddyshack, but then he did he had done Stripes, but he had also done what's the movie that he did right before that? Meatballs.
Oh yeah,
which was great.
Meatballs.
Meatballs.
The Stripes too. That was
Stripes. That's I think and Bill
Who's
Murray,
your friend? Who's your pal?
Well, but that's the thing too. Bill Murray and Harold Ramis actually had a great career of working together, and Ghostbusters. They both got to appear together, and Dan Aykroyd, he wrote the script. It was really cool.
How much longer after Blues Brothers was Ghostbusters?
3 years. Well, and funny you bring that up. The original Ghostbusters treatment, Dan Aykroyd wrote it with John Belushi in mind, and I think John Belushi was originally supposed to be Venkman, and then John Candy was originally supposed to be Louis Tully. There's like all this, really kind of cool casting around that time. But the other thing that was in 1984 that it really was the first time, like there was a lot of merchandise just with the Ghostbuster symbol, like the T-shirt you're wearing right now, the bus ghost, or
Ghosty.
or the buttons that say he slimed me and stuff like that. But I mean, it's nowhere near what the merchandise is today. Like, and that's one of the things we kind of wanted to talk about. So, like, this is just a couple of samplings of like these great shirts. Like, this is from Shirt Punch. It's a really fantastic shirt that has all four of the boys: Venkman, Stantz, Spengler.
Is that from Shirt Block?
This is from Shirt Punch, which is another great T-shirt company.
Oh,
and then as a surprise in Nerd Block, which is really great, and we'll talk a little bit about Nerd Block and Loot Crate in a second.
Yeah.
This is a kind of like an old comic book cover called Ghost Tales, and it's got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which we love. And then there's stuff like this from NECA, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I mean, these great kind of replicas of the figures.
I just thought of something pure and good that would never harm
never
us.
ever harm us. This is Terrone's. This is Terrone's backpack. That's a proton pack.
Yeah.
Proton pack, very realistic.
Did you take this into Publix?
Actually, when I was a Ghostbuster at the Stanley Hotel's Halloween party, That was my pack
rum,
because
right?
I thought they'd actually let me bring that on the plane as opposed to a real pretzel pack.
And if I'm not mistaken, and we'll probably show a photo of this, he was Dr. Raymond Stantz, but your lovely wife played who?
There was no Dana, only Stacy.
Only Stacy, so she played Zool. So we'll take a look at that photo.
Oh, it's Sigourney Weaver.
perfect.
That's
She'll
why
like
I was
that.
so
She'll
into.
like
And then like
Ghostbusters
this
with Sigourney
actually, this is a ghost trap lunchbox,
great.
which
Trap
is really kind of
lunchbox.
cool.
Good.
That's cool.
And then
Come on, little Legos. This just came out this year.
This is something that's really cool. Legos. So when I was a kid, Legos, were not like this. Now did this start as the contest, the Lego contest design, or is this just something they designed on their own?
This is one of the early branded ones. So now you can get Back to the Future, and you can get the DeLorean, you can get the Ghostbuster vehicle, and so just in the last couple of years, they're starting to get sort of those classic movie ones. And so this was a gift to all my buddies this year. And Roddy's the only one who built it.
So this is still sealed. Have you?
Sealed. Yeah.
So the price is right there. He got this at Legoland, right?
Legoland.
Yeah.
It says $49.99, which is not too bad for this really kind of cool. I mean, if you look at the packaging's neat.
I only spent like $12 on you.
I think I got one or two at Legoland, and then I went and got a bunch at another store.
That you may have gotten a discount on.
Maybe.
So if you put it together, this is what it looks like,
Yeah,
and
it came out good.
this is really
It came out
slick.
good.
I mean,
That's
all of
detailed.
the different ghost catching equipment that's on top, and I mean it rolls, and then it also comes with the boys on this little display stand, which is really kind of cool. I love that.
Wow.
And it's how many pieces? 508.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so if you buy this, I mean, don't think like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. It took me about an hour, maybe an hour 15. I actually put the Ghostbusters movie on, and I segregated all the parts, and I read
Segregated.
I did segregated. It's a good. That's a
not
college word, Nick.
compulsive, at all. No.
What?
It's not obsessive compulsive at all.
Why do we have to keep the colors apart? I don't understand.
Because it makes it easier when you read the instructions.
Whose is done? Whose is in a box?
Exactly.
All right.
Is this done?
Who can
Mine is in a
enjoy the
box.
toy?
So for
who's
all of
imagining
you
the toy?
OCD kids out
Imagining the
there,
boy.
and then there's you can take that.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's yours.
Are you gonna put it together?
Are you
can
ever
put it
gonna
together
put it
right
together?
now?
The box looks great.
It does.
I
It's
still
a
have the
good-looking
box.
No, I'm saying my box looks great. Yeah,
It's a good-looking box.
It's what it'll look like when it's done.
It's a good looking box.
The
I
other
do read comics. I don't like to keep them in plastic.
Do you read
use
the
the-
Ghostbusters comics?
Tainted Love is the one I read.
Tainted Love. What was that about?
It was Cupid coming in, and they had to sort of fight Cupid, and
Cupid was a ghost or a demon or something?
Yeah, it's the actual Cupid.
I didn't read the comics. Is it like the actual characters, or was it
Yeah.
the real Ghostbusters?
No, it was the characters from the movie, not
The movie
the
characters.
cartoon version.
Okay.
There was no.
Yeah, I didn't
ape.
read that one.
Well,
No, eight.
that's different though. That's the original
original.
Ghostbusters with Larry
The
Storch,
original.
Bob Burns, and Forrest Tucker.
Real
I didn't watch
Ghostbusters
that
were the Ghostbusters. They look slightly different, right?
Right.
Why did one of them have blonde hair?
I don't know.
In the cartoon. It was weird.
I don't know.
right?
Yeah. So we talked about Lego. The other thing we wanted to talk about was Nerd Block and Loot Crate. Now, if you don't know, Nerd Block and Loot Crate are subscription based, and every month a themed box of nerdy goodness will come to your front door, and I love getting a package like that and opening it up. It's like something I usually
Care
save.
package,
Yeah, I save it until like there's a day like
stocking.
Friday after work. You know, that kind of like, okay, last day of school, I got the weekend, I'm going to open this up and see what it is. So we wanted to unbox one. I subscribe to Nerd Block,
Yep.
and you subscribe to Loot Crate.
Yes, yes.
And I like it even better because you just give me stuff that you don't want. So
Nice. That's good.
that's good too.
Yeah, there's a term for that.
But
What's that?
Good friend.
Good friend. Yes, good friend.
so this is a Loot Crate.
Yeah, been sealed since December.
Wow. So
Wow.
and this is supposedly an anniversary
7 months.
Yes.
Loot Crate.
Yes, yeah. That's what I've heard. So I'm excited.
All right. So there's
There's going to be at least one item
that's
from
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, and I heard it's awesome.
All right.
Heard it's awesome.
So let's
Okay.
let's go ahead. It's yours.
Open it.
Now, one of the cool things about Loot Crate is that the inside of their boxes are themed.
Okay.
So you may see a little bit of a theme. It looks
Okay, what's
like
in there?
that cave maybe. And our first item is a exclusive Funko Pop, the little bobbleheads.
I love the Pop Funko.
And so they tend to get ones that are this says Loot Crate exclusive.
Yeah.
And this is a Joker Batman mashup.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that like a comic?
Let me see. That'll be one that goes to Nick. There we go.
Because you don't like it.
Or if you subscribe, it doesn't have to go to Nick. Maybe it could go to you. All
I
right,
like
there we
that.
go.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
we
all
could
right.
send that to
I don't like
somebody.
villains.
Yeah, he don't like
I love villains.
He likes to choose.
You gotta give it to Nick.
No,
Right there.
No, let's keep going. Let's go.
That's all right. There we go.
Let's go.
All right, we got. Oh, if you're a Guardians of the Galaxy fan, we've got an I Am
socks.
Groot pair of socks from the.
Is that just
the Marvel
one pair?
folks. I think it's 2 socks.
That's one pair.
Sure.
One pair,
Yeah,
but not
that's a good.
one
All right.
sock.
All right. Every Loot Crate comes with a little pin, and this one does in fact say Loot Crate Anniversary December 2014.
Is that just one sock?
So we hold that?
Is
No,
that
it's
fair?
2 socks. It's a pair of socks.
You've got a Tetris sticker set.
Anniversary of that game, right?
Yep. Yeah, and so everyone has a little bit of magazine, some stories. We've got a interview with Stan Lee, and they'll talk about what's in there. And so
I just want to point out something though. We're about halfway through the Loot Crate.
yeah,
I don't see anything else
Is there
in
anything
here
good?
that's Ghostbusters.
yeah. Stan Lee.
Oh wait, there's a. Well, no, that's an Avengers Assemble vanilla air freshener.
Vanilla.
Yeah, because when
Vanilla.
I think Cap,
I think vanilla.
Captain America.
the smell of
smelling-
victory.
The shield would smell like vanilla.
Yeah, that's what Vibranium. I can even say.
Vibranium sounds like vanilla. A wallet?
Is this a wallet?
Yeah, it's one of those like eco wallets.
Is it or is it
No, it's like
No, it's a wallet.
Eco
Oh, yeah.
wallet. Right?
It's
Isn't
a
that like
paper wallet.
Yeah. It's like Tyvek. It's like
It's like
the
an
material they
eco
make.
wallet.
So what happens if this gets like wet?
I think it's like Tyvek. I think it can get wet.
What does Tyvek mean?
Like the FedEx envelopes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you got a lovely
candy cane.
That's been in
peppermint.
since December. Yeah. Crack that bad boy open.
Split it up into 3 parts.
There's
Oh, is it? Wait. Oh.
hold on.
Yeah.
You got a Batman Endgame comic book. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Batman and Joker.
Yeah. Good art. Good art. Anything else? Come on. Come on. There's gotta be something for Ghostbusters. Who you gonna
Come on!
There is a Ghostbusters item.
Oh wow, I'm impressed.
And seeing as how you've waited since
December.
December for this ultra cool Ghostbuster
Yeah, let's see.
anniversary.
Come on.
Exclusive
wait,
item.
Wait, I just want to make sure. So Nerd Block did some recent Ghostbuster stuff, and what you got in the Nerd Box?
Oh no, I think you should.
Yeah, show us what
All
you
right,
got.
ready? It's at the bottom, so it's got to be good, right? It's a door hanger.
Door hanger.
Come on, you ugly little spud! Or warning, ghost busting. In progress.
I thought that's what the socks were for.
That
going
is,
in
as
the
they
door hanger.
say in the gaming biz, an epic fail. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That
A door
is
hanger.
exclusive. This is by QM, so Loot Crate. It says exclusive, but
Exclusive
but,
door hanger.
I'm not.
So,
I'm not. My expectations have not been exceeded.
So
what
not
if your
not that we
nerd
want
thing
to
is
start a
celeste?
competition between Nerd Block and Loot Crate, but we do.
But we do.
So
And a 30-day free trial of Crunchyroll, which is the anime channel.
What's it?
oh.
Crunchyroll.
So
Yeah.
in some of the Nerd Blocks that I've gotten so far, this is a Nerd Block shirt from Shirt Punch Nerd Block. This is a Ghostbusters shirt, which is really kind of slick and cool.
Yeah,
That's really
that's
You know?
No, that's
clearly
all.
not as good as a door hanger.
And this
So
is
door hanger
another,
right there.
This is another thing that came out of my Nerd Blocks. This
Now
is
that exceeds expectations.
well, this is a Ghost Trap
Lunchbox.
lunchbox, which
Or
is
an
really,
ammo like box or something like that.
Ammo box?
well, that concerns me.
Are
That's
you
what they
using
call
Why
ammo?
would you carry ammo in this? It's a ghost trap. Why would you carry ammo?
It's
in
just the
this?
type of box that
He
opens
lives
on
in
one
Florida.
side. They
It's
call
It's
it
an
a
ammo
box.
box.
You can
That's
wear
what you don't think lunchbox. You think ammo box.
Yes.
You're also looking forward to the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Is that part of your
back
what's
to
it called,
the-
your bug
So
out bag?
that's good. Yeah,
Back on
that's
task,
perfect
though.
for the bug out bag.
This is the kind of quality of stuff that I've gotten in Nerd Block, and
I would have to say, since I've gotten subsequent ones, I got the Heroes one, I've gotten the Spy one. This would be the one that does not exceed my expectations.
So what did the spy door hanger
I think this
look
is like their anniversary one. No.
What about the hero door hanger? What did that look like?
No, I got T-shirts in those other ones.
You didn't get door hangers?
And or exclusive action figures. One had a watch in it, so there's actually they've sort of upped their game since then. I think
No more door hangers.
Nerd Block has come around sort of after them, so I think they've upped their games because Nerd Block is rocking it.
well,
So, but Nerd Block or Loot Crate, we're happy to do unboxings if you want to send us.
Even if you send us a door
because
hanger.
Nick still isn't subscribing, so we have
That's
to give him
Well,
stuff.
and I think you'll get a door hanger.
I think I'm getting a door hanger.
Actually,
Who are you gonna call?
Door
Nick,
hangers.
for free stuff.
well, no. Are you going to keep the door hanger? Are you going to put it on your door?
I'm gonna put my door at work.
All right. Is
Oh,
there
that's
anything
a
in
good
here
idea.
you don't want?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm just saying that. Well, no. We should give that to one of our subscribers.
Yeah. So
Maybe the Simpsons wallet.
Simpsons
You
wallet.
want to give the Simpsons
Yeah,
wallet,
we
or
can
do
do
you
that.
like?
You like
wanna-
Simpsons? Though.
No, I like the Captain America.
Oh, you want that?
So, question: If
Because
I
I don't think
subscribe,
Captain America smells like
can I
vanilla.
still get the free stuff? I'll subscribe.
This
for
should
free
smell
stuff.
like hardened
Yeah.
patriotism.
That's right.
And this and
Yeah,
vanilla
like
is
vanilla,
not the
you know.
smell
Yeah,
of
It's not patriotic.
yes, patriotism.
Yeah, like sweat, blood, and
Vanilla
justice.
And justice.
and vanilla.
So we talked a little bit about the merchandise,
Yeah,
and the other thing we wanted to talk about with Ghostbusters is there's a new Ghostbusters film coming out soon.
with the ladies.
All girls.
All female cast, and we just kind of want to. The picture was released of them in the very first shot of them.
This
all
one's
in their
really
outfit.
happening.
Yeah, no, this is happening, and
There's
the
a guy
rumors.
one that's supposed to be happening too.
Yeah, that gets iffy though. I don't know if that's really happening or not. But this is definitely. It's been filming, I believe, in the Boston
They
area.
got shots of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they actually the
Does it take
floor-
place in Boston?
I don't know where it takes
Or does it
place.
shoot in Boston?
It's shooting in Boston.
Okay.
But those characters, they went dressed in characters. The actresses went to a Boston hospital, I believe, and
Who are the ladies? Melissa McCartney.
yeah,
McCartney.
and Kristen Wiig. So what do you think? You think you gonna go see it?
At first I was tentative. So if you look at a lot of the fans, the Ghostbusters.net, and the folks who sort of dress up and
Like you.
go to like me, but even more, they're every weekend they're out
Super
doing
fans.
volunteering as Ghostbusters. At first they were really looking for a Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd like sequel, but this guy who's directing has done Bridesmaids, has done a bunch of sort of a modern day. Comedy, heavyweight, sort of the John Hughes of this generation, maybe, right?
Did you see those
Number of movies?
Bridesmaids? Did you see
I
them?
am not the target audience for his
Comedy?
movies. No, just I don't.
Comedy.
I just haven't ever seen one of his movies, and not that I think they're bad. I just
Well, you wouldn't know. You haven't seen them.
yeah. So they're not.
You don't like the laugh,
whatever
or
the
you don't like
marketing
girls?
is or the ads and stuff. I'm just not like, oh, I gotta go see that movie. So I think I would watch them on Netflix maybe, but
I'm not gonna pay for it.
I don't think I've ever been like, I gotta go pay for that Bridesmaids. But not bad. I mean, they're all those actresses are doing well, right?
Yeah, no, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward
they-
to
I
it.
mean-
I mean, and the thing for me, okay, so if it isn't what I want it to be, I'm sure it'd be that's Bandit, the official KAPOWcast Chihuahua.
Mascot.
Yes, he has 3 teeth and he's
And there are
ferocious.
3 of us, so there you go.
Yeah, he could bite each of us with one of his teeth. The thing about the Ghostbusters film for me is, no matter what, it's not going to ruin Ghostbusters. I'm sure it'll be well made, and I'm sure it'll have a sensibility and effects. I just hope, I hope that there's some scary elements to it, because that's what I love
What I
about
can't
the
wait
original
for
Ghostbusters.
is when I go to the supermarket in my Ghostbusters outfit.
Which you did.
Yeah,
We-
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
Publix. That people ask me which girl I am.
Why did you not film that? That's what I want.
Again, we should have seen that.
Melissa. I think I'm Melissa.
So
Is she the Dan Aykroyd?
I don't think there are any of those characters.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
come
Their
on.
own
Kristen Wiig is clearly the
Bill Murray,
the Bill Murray.
the Peter Venkman, the Dr. Peter
Yeah,
Venkman.
yeah. I mean, they're not those names, but they're filling those roles, don't you think?
Maybe.
Character types?
I don't know.
You think so?
I will be there. I will go see it. But
Didn't
again,
you say
if
Thor was playing the secretary?
Chris Hemsworth
Yeah.
is playing the Janine.
So not a sequel, but it's a reboot, right? I mean, it's a.
Reimagining.
I mean, they have an ectomobile.
It's a hearse, right?
well, and
They have proton packs.
Sure. Here's what is
Is
interesting.
there a
about
Slimer,
this.
you think, or
I
not?
don't know. I'm not.
There
making
have to be
the-
ghosts. I mean,
Yeah.
they are
Well,
the
that's the
Ghostbusters.
thing. So the original Ghostbusters, the thing I loved about it so much is, I'm a huge horror fan,
Yeah.
and it was scary and funny, like the classic comedies of the '40s, with Bob Hope and Bing Crosby and Martin and Lewis and Abbott and Costello. So I really loved that aspect of it because the ghosts in Ghostbusters were terrifying. The taxi.
Slimer, yeah, it was terrifying.
Well, not the Slimer, but the
No,
taxi
like-
driver and the librarian.
The librarian lady. That was.
Yeah, it was very scary.
Right, take us home, Roddy.
So that's the very first episode of KAPOWcast.
Kapow!
Again, subscribe and be kind, because really the reason
Rewind?
we're doing this. Be kind and rewind.
That's right.
The reason we're doing this is
The kids, they like the VHS.
they do like the VHS.
What is that?
We just wanted to make sure that we were able to share with people our love of these things, and we hope we've entertained you and made
Send
you
us your
think.
comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
And
What's
we'll
our
talk-
Twitter handles?
Twitter handle. So follow me at Terrone2. That's 2 TWO, and my first name Terrone.
Hawkmoon 14. That's 1-4.
Yeah. What's that from?
It's like my favorite U2 song. Hawkmoon.
Is that a band?
Yeah, U2. They're Irish,
I love
famous,
music.
big. I know you're not into the music, but
And J. Michael Roddy at Twitter. And make sure you follow us and say hi. And again, leave us some comments. And this is our very first one, so
Yeah. So it just gets worse from here.
it does.
you may get some of the junk in this box. Not
You
junk,
might.
good stuff.
You might.
I'll totally subscribe if you give me the socks.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for KAPOWcast. We'll see you next time. And
Kapow!
as always, may the geek be with you. Kapow!
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 Kapow.
That's good.
Wow.
Wow.
Kapow. Okay. He's mad about Loot Crate too.
Door hangers!
Door hanger.
KAPOWcast! Welcome! Make it clean. KAPOWcast!
KAPOWcast.
KAPOWcast! KAPOWcast!
Spirit. Some people fear it. Spirit. Some people just won't go near it. Sure as I'm me and the sky is blue. The Ghostbusters all back and all brand new. Come on. This sucks.